So this is my willow living structure slash hobbit house. Don't worry about the bottles, sorry, I just have to use bottles at the moment to water it. And I am setting up my irrigation system here. So that is my hobbit house. It took me about 6-7 months to dig it out, plant it all, and then look, it looks nice like that. Put some nice ferns there, a few bulbs, hydrangea there. There is actually, this is really cool. This is a pink lemonade blueberry. So really nice, they actually turn pink. So let me take you to the next coolest tree coolest trees that I have. So these are the trees I've planted. Look at how nice the ferns are looking. Look at that. It just looks beautiful, doesn't it? So this is the first one, and this is a variegated hawthorn. Look how cool those leaves are. Really cool tree. So that's a variegated hawthorn. Nice. Well, it's a nice variegated native plant, and this is what I'm trying to do. Is all the trees that I plant are going to be native, but they're going to have their own little cool little flair on them. So obviously I've got beautiful oaks like that, like this. This is a bit like diseased and stuff, so I'm going to possibly talk to the council about sorting this out. I'm not too sure though. Might just leave it and just see what it does. To be honest, that's normally the best shout with trees. Leave it to see what it does. Okay, so then you've got this beautiful oak. So this is my Timoko. Now I've got two Timokos. I've got this one, which is quite big. Got another one somewhere else, which I'll show you in a bit. But basically, this, when the leaves get hardened, if you can see it, you can sort of they go purpley. So they come out new purple, like most purple, like most oaks. But then this one will harden purple. So it looks really nice at the moment. You can see the different colours between, and this is an oak, Quercus rover, so which is the English oak. Then you've got, immediately, this is a Ceres. This is a Quercus Ceres. So, but there is Ceres on this land already. So Ceres is the Turkey oak. So this is a Quercus Ceres, but it's the variegated version. So it's awesome. So, as you can see, look how cool that variegation is. It's almost like a cream variegation. Like look how nice that variegation is. And that's a stable variegation. Then you've got the plant that I love the most, the tree that I love the most. I love my oaks, as you can be just sort of aware. So I have two of my favourite trees. It took me ages to find them. This is the oak purpurea, or copper oak, like I like to call it. So those leaves will stay that colour. So if you know what the copper beech is, that is it. Look how nice those leaves are. Let me try and get it to focus properly. There we go. Look how nice those leaves are. So that is my copper oak. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, this is my variegated English oak. So Quercus rover. Look at that. So it has a bit different margins. It has a bit of a different variegation on its margins. So you see how that one was orange, it was more like a orangey. This is more white, as you can see, because that's a hardened leaf there. These are new leaves. So you can see it's still got the purple, like I said, but you can see with the hardened leaf, that is just that nice whitey, sort of creamy colour. So that and that are probably the rarest trees, one of the rarest trees in the world. They're not by species, but by just having the variegation. They're quite rare. They're really rare. you would like. There's only, I think there's only about 7 recorded ones of these in England. Even less of them. Like that, they're just insane. That's insane. That's why it's one of my favourite plants. Then we've got this really cool one over here. So just so you know, I do love my normal oaks as well. Look at this. Just come up, just randomly in the blackthorns. And then the scrub and stuff like that. Sorry, brambles and the scrub. And it's just looking really nice. Don't know what happened to this one, but I think somebody stepped on it or something's chewed on it or whatever. So this is my variegated beech. So beech tricolour. Look at that. So it's purple beech. So it's all copper beech. And then you've got the variegated part of it, so the pink variegation. And so just so you're aware, one of the reasons is I'm so cool is I love this. I love this tree. Imagine that already really rare. Imagine that being a being variegated as well. How cool would that be? And so I'm thinking of using tissue culture and seeing if I can turn this to a nice variegation. Most likely pink this would be, because it's anthocyanin, what's in the plant, what makes the plant turn like this darker colour. It's a more anthocyanin. So really cool, really cool. And if you want to see any of that, please leave a comment on this video. If you do want to see me try and get a variegation out of this. Obviously, it's going to take quite a few years, but if I can, and I will, just give it a go. Then the next thing is also I'm going to eventually make these more available, because they're such a beautiful plant. And there's no big ones; they're all small, and it can come up naturally, but very rarely. It is a natural variation of an oak. Was probably been selectively bred to be this dark, but really cool, love it. So then I've got other trees what are really cool as well. All trees are cool. Like, look how nice that hawthorn is right now, and that hawthorn. Look at that, just lovely trees. So then I've got a service tree here that hopefully is live. I did plant it this year, so it might just still be putting its roots out. We're still in spring, so might still be putting its roots out. But that's a service tree, which is quite a rare tree and should be here, so don't know why it's not here. You might be seeing this in the video and being like, what's this about? So if you know about scrub, you know why that's a good idea. So snakes, mouse, anything. Like, we do have lizards in the UK, we do have snakes in the UK, and that perfect for them to bask, well, not to bask in, but to sleep and stuff like that, because they'll go underneath, and obviously the sun will be underneath there. Not going to disturb it, because even though people do, you shouldn't disturb something like that, because they could be like laying eggs or something. Then, so that's one cool thing. So there's my little composting toilet, which I am making a video about how I'm making this composting toilet. Really good. You can use the compost again for obviously fertilizing the trees that are fertilized, that I've planted. So down here I've got, so this is going to be where my sort of work area is going to be. So this is another Timoko. So you can see this one's a bit more purple and stuff like that. So let's see what this one does. I am a bit worried about them, because I've never seen one like look like this look like the two that I've just shown you, but we'll see. And obviously, as you can see, I've had to water them with bottles of water again, because England doesn't like raining when it gets to summer now, when it gets to spring. Then you've got, now I know people are going to say, oh, I should be near wetland and stuff like this, but as you can see, there is moss here. Now this is a black poplar. Now black poplars, there's only about 7,000 of them in England left. They're a really rare native wood tree, so they're used for wood. These also go hand in hand with beavers. They're really good for beavers. Love them and love using them to make dams and stuff like that, so they're really good. I'm really happy that this one's now growing. There's even less females in the world of them, so the more of them who grow, the more likely there will be a female somewhere. So like the more pollination will happen, and the more actual more regeneration of this beautiful, quite nice poplar. Like, look, the bark is like a nice like grey black, and then it's got this like new sort of huey like purple to it, so it's really nice. Basically just really nice, different native trees, native things. So there's willow, there's native willow here, so willow alba. So this is willow alba here, and then you've also got blackthorn, so willow alba there, blackthorn. Yeah, like give you like sycamores, hawthorn with a blackthorn, hawthorn, oak. Look how big this beech is. Look at it. So, like, I love all types of trees. I do have my favourites. Like, everyone has their favourites. Like, what do you think of that? Please leave a comment in the video to tell me what you think of that. Like, think about that next year. Obviously, if you want to see that next year, also subscribe. Because if you want to see that next year, that's going to be beautiful. And I am opening up this land because what I'm doing is I'm turning this into a forest school / learning environment. So probably a forest school / you could call it a learning centre. Yeah, learning centre. There we go. Call it a learning centre. So yeah, like I had my wife's party here a few weeks ago. It was awesome. Apart from the toilet situation, but that wasn't like that before. But now I am sorting that out. So I've got 3 more things to do until I fully open up this wonderful land. Look at it, wonderful. Look how wonderful that is. And I haven't even shown you the best bit and why we're called Bluebell Hollow. But I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so toilet and what I'm going to do with the toilet. So I'm going to build the structure. Then I'm going to get loads of purdy ferns and moss and everything, put it on capillary matting and have it so it's like the matting's stapled on it, so it just looks like some like moss and like fern, just haven. Yeah, so that's something I'm going to be doing, so come along if you want to see how I do that. Obviously, again, subscribe. So the idea of this is also I've got a little pond going. It doesn't look great at the moment because I'm waiting it to fill up, and it's not being very warm here. It's not being very rainy here, even though it's England, which is quite weird. But I've got a pond here with a little wetland here. As you can see, there is some plants growing there. But once the pond is filled, as you can see, it is sort of like collapsing in on itself. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm waiting for the pond to fill, and then I'll just flex it out a tiny bit more so I can make it look like, put some stuff around it a bit more, put some more wood around it so you can't see the plastic. Then it was just look nice. Then I've got another big, I'm going to be a massive pond over there, so that's eventually. So let me go down to one of the coolest bits. So like I said, there is some very cool stuff on this land. So actually I didn't show you one really cool thing as well. But let's go down past the big beach. You can actually probably see how big it is this time. I should have brought my drone. I've got a drone and I need to do some nice shots of the bluebells. Look how big. Look at it. Just look how big. Look at it. Flipping heck. Look how big that is. Massive. Look, it's insane. It's almost like, I think somebody did look after it before. It does look like somebody's looked after it. Then also, I don't know what it's called. Look how cool that moss is. I don't know what it's called. So if anybody knows what that's called, please let me know. I think it's quite a rare one because I can't find it. If even ChatGPT'd it, obviously that doesn't work with ChatGPT. Don't listen to ChatGPT most of the time. It's rubbish. Normally, like, tells you a lie or something. So this is a weird found ash, what I've like cut up. It was dead. It was horrible. I don't like doing any damage to any tree. But that just fell down. I rooted itself, and so yeah, and killed itself. So even though that also ash has got really bad, there is a few really bad ash dieback here. So, but look at this. So this is why it's called, what I would call Bluebell Hollow. Hollow for the bluebells. So it's really cool. And I'm going to take you one last place. And if you've been following along, I really appreciate you. Thank you for all of it. I'm going to be doing a lot more long form content instead of shorts, because now I've hit that 1,000 subscriber marker. You deserve a lot more information and stuff like that for helping me get to here. So obviously, look at these oaks. Two massive oaks. That looks like that's leaned a bit more. That doesn't look like where it was. This is the thing. This land is very dangerous. So let's see. So this is like, I don't allow people down this bit because of how dangerous it is. It's like this bit. This is another windswept sycamore. This is a windswept sycamore, and the only reason that it's been held up is because of this oak and that oak. But now it looks like this oak is struggling, which is really sad. I've only just seen it. Yeah, there's a crack there. It's a massive crack. Oh no. Oh, I need to sort that. I need to talk to the council and try and sort that out. I don't want that to go. It's a beautiful oak. And if that dies, I will definitely plant another oak right there. Definitely. Alright, so one of the last cool things of this land is obviously all of the fauna, all of the different types of fauna like that. So cool. So I don't know what happened there. It said maximum recording time. So I've got, where is it? I've got some elms. I've got some English elms. So English elm is the Dutch, got attacked by the Dutch elm disease, which this is one of the examples of Dutch elm disease. So some of the other one of the really cool species I've got here. I'm going to get stung, but oh well. I'm not a wuss when it comes to stinging nettles. And also, stinging nettles are actually really good for you. Okay, so there's one here. This is an English elm here. This does have elm disease, which isn't bad. And look at that spider. Can you see the spider? Where is he? No, the camera can't pick him up. But yeah, so there's loads of elms here. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful English elm. And that means I've got some really cool species here. So let me just get back to the land, to the bit where I don't want people on. As you can see, you can almost see that where the path that I normally walk is. As you can see, I don't try not to walk on this bit as much as possible because I have seen adder, grass snake, and also a slow worm on this land. So yeah. Okay, so we're back out here. This is where I'm going to put my pond. Eventually, this is going to be a nice big pond here, so you can fill the whole space here. Then you're going to be able to walk around it like here, go behind there, but that whole space you can sort of see there is going to be one big pond. So it's going. I think I worked it out at 25 by 25 feet, roughly. So, and that's going to be a nice like nature pond. So it's going to be deeper than a proper nature pond, but the reason I want that is so that I can actually use it if I do want to go swimming in it at any point. And also because I have a problem with water here, I need to have a big body of water. So then this is something I'm umming and ahhing about. So I've got all of that space there, basically south-facing space. Now, it won't affect me if I use front boundary to there for allotments, for like small allotments. I think that will be a really cool idea. If I build the little allotments, I can make a bit of money off of that. That'd be really cool. And also, it's community. Just again, look at that. Just again, look at that. That is so cool. So, if I have persuaded you to subscribe, and if you have watched all the way to the end, you're a legend. And I really want you to hit that subscribe button so we can learn together. We can build a beautiful future for our kids. Because what normally happens with a bit of land? That is a question. What normally happens with a bit of land? And the answer is a house, like you can see over there. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the house, but you can see that there's a white brick thing over there, and that's a house. So most people get land and decide to build a house. I get land. I want to build something, but with nature in mind. This is also my idea about this. So it will take ages, but if we can build like this and it be safe, sound, structural, everything, why not? Why not? If you you will be able to live in this eventually. It will be self-regulating. If you're in there and it's cold, it's warm. If you're in there and it's hot, it's cold. It's self-regulating already because of the soil and the sandbags. Once this is all grown in, won't be much rain going on it. You could even put a tarpaulin underneath it so you don't get rain on. Once it's fully grown, I'm going to put a door here and a window either side here and a window at the back there. So it's going to be really cool. Again, follow if you want to see more of that. Then you've got, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for watching all my video. Then you've got my space net. Now my space net, I do get asked, why is it there? And yeah, okay, I agree. It doesn't look the nicest, but I will be making it look nicer. I just had to finish it for my wife's party. So this is my nice space net. You can go on it, jump on it, chill on it, sleep on it, whatever. It's really cool because you can see, like, that's your sort of view that you see. But then you also see, look at that, you can also see the bluebells. And the bluebells underneath. So it's cool. Like I said, I will be opening this to the public eventually. So if you want to see any of that, please follow along. And welcome to the Bluebell Hollow family. See you on the next video, people. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.